Soccer League is proud to welcome you to MASL Soccer on MASL TV. So glad you're here with us on this Sunday afternoon in Baltimore. Christian Taylor, joined by the Baltimore Blast Hall of Famer PJ Wakefield. So, PJ, Baltimore Blast, they won again last night. This is a group of young and old doing really well here to start the season, and then looking for another opportunity, another win against Dallas today.
Yeah, these guys are young, but, trying to go for their 8th win in a row here today. Dallas kind of struggling in the season. This is the kind of game the Blast need to continue. One of the teams that have been struggling a little bit to get that consecutive win streak. Keep going.
Dallas coming in off of a loss just last night up at Harrisburg. So they're staying here out east on the road trip, and off we go. It's Baltimore in the camo, going from right to left, and Dallas in the purple, left to right. Very patriotic, per usual, for the Baltimore Blast here today. Diesel starting with the ball for the Baltimore Blast. Mike Zierhofer is the goalie this afternoon. Sent towards the corner, starting goalie for Dallas is Parker Lackland. He immediately gets involved there. Hernandez tries shooting it out. It's towards the center here. Very tight, but saved nicely by Parker Lackland. But what needs to happen here, PJ, for certainly for Dallas, just to get back in the win column?
I think they just need to get off to a good start here. Try to find a little bit of momentum, get a little bit of confidence back in themselves. It's hard to play in this arena. Small arena, the Blast back-to-back nights are used to it, so they got to feel comfortable and try to get the lead quickly.
Up towards the right-hand side here for Enrique, who had 2 goals last night. He continues to rake for this team. Pacheco's quickly over the boards, and he's going to take a chance on the right side. Just about a minute in, off he goes and scores. Literally just moments on, Blast take a 1-0 lead. He just had 1 assist yesterday. That's now his 7th goal of the season. 24-year-old, showing that the youth can thrive here on this team.
Yeah, he did really well. He's a left-footed striker, and they kind of just let him have the middle there, and a free shot, good goal. Gets the Blast up 1-0.
Pacheco, you see just in a moment like that, just his speed and aggressiveness. And that is how you announce yourself into this game. So the Blast start off well tonight. Now, yesterday, they allowed the opening goal to St. Louis and then scored the 8 unanswered to win that game and stay in the 3 spot in the MASL. Coach Miter is the official game ball supplier of the Major Arena Soccer League, established in 1817. Miter is one of the leading soccer brands worldwide and produces some of the best soccer balls in the world. Learn more at miter.com. Dallas trying to get something in the shove by Anthony Powell. And so a few line changes coming in for both sides. A 1-0 early on here. Zierhofer's going to take up an advanced position as he tests his luck forward. That was headed down by Colin O'Keefe, who's playing in his 2nd year with Dallas. We'll see how Dallas try to grow into this game here, now trailing 1-0. Blast doing a nice job, though, not giving them any easy chances here, PJ.
Yeah, the Blast keeping the ball all in front of them, getting 5 guys behind the ball, doing really well here.
Back towards the left side. So Keefe certainly can do a little bit for this team. The give and go, not successful. And steps in Patrick Thompson. And Fabian Cruz, the 24-year-old, takes over defensively. Coming down on almost 3 minutes into this one. Dallas trying to string together a few passes. Indeed, the idea forwards, Balliet, and it's saved by Zierhofer. Balliet's had a good game so far. This is just his first season with Dallas. He's got 5 goals already to his name. Tries to slip in from behind. Here's the goal scorer in Pacheco. Three-man wall, if you will, right now for Dallas. Mateo Silva on the giveaway. Now it's back in the area of Bramoose, and just not quite. Here comes Diesel. Not quite. Pacheco going for another. Instead passes it into the center. The give and go not quite on. Enrique was lingering, though.
just a little soft on that pass by Enrique, but that could have been another goal for Pacheco. 2 in a row there for him.
How about Enrique, the 39-year-old, and again had a couple goals last night. This season, talk about 7 goals, 9 assists. This one towards the box, kept out here. Pacheco lofts it forward here. Mateus. Jamie Thomas now comes on to the field. What are the Blast doing so effectively here in this first 4 minutes, PJ?
Just controlling the offensive and defensive end of the game. They get the ball. They're trying to run their offense, getting guys on and off, and defensively they're set up with the guys behind them, keeping the ball in front of them. Dallas is going to have to do more of a job. I said it a lot of the games where a lot of teams, they got to get the ball beyond the defender's shoulders. So they have to look around and check for players. It's to the advantage of the Blast right now.
Stolen here. Now it's Powell. It's an opportunity here. This is the #1 scorer in Lovegrove. 10 goals this season. Of course, you can't forget about his 2021 campaign where he had 18 goals, 19 assists. He's been around in this league for a bit. And a hit by Moises Hernandez, which sends down for the Blast Jairo Guevara, 2nd season with the Blast. A free kick for Melo on the left side. 2-man wall for Dallas. Herrera might be the one to take this. A little too far ahead of Melo. Open as Valadez, by the way. Stands pretty tall, doesn't he? 6'3". Now Towson in his own defensive end. Trying to get it out of some trouble here. Blast. And they'll stop play here. 3-line violation against Baltimore. A free kick coming up. This is Lovegrove. He can do a lot of different things here. 2-player wall again, trying to slip it through. Takes another one on, and too tall. Already you can see, though, Lovegrove and his impact on this Dallas team.
Yeah, he's one of the leaders in their team. He's gonna do well for them.
Zierhofer back in goal here this afternoon. This is his 6th start of the season. He's got a really good record, 4-1. Of course, the lone loss being the lone loss the Blast have this season over at Milwaukee. Enrique trying to stay on his feet here. Now Pacheco, he's the goal scorer so far in this game for Baltimore. Mateus, it's given away. Now Balliot able to pounce on a lot of different things as he hits the deck. Well, he can't get towards it. Back towards Cruz. Cruz nearly in some trouble. His teammate comes in to help him out. That's Renato Torquato. Goes way of the Blast. Back on this right-hand side for Baltimore. Let's give it right back to Moises Hernandez, playing in his 2nd season, the 32-year-old for Dallas. Thompson quickly on the back, and potential here for Dallas if they can make it count, and they cannot. Blast swarming enough here. And too far out of Zierhofer. Once again, it's Lovegrove standing over this. He tried sliding it in last time. Spreading everybody out here. Good shell-contained defense so far for Baltimore. Lovegrove has to think of some other ideas. Headed back towards the center. Easy enough for Enrique. And left to his own devices, though. Powell wins it back. Looking to get something through. Sliding in is Thomas. Open here. And it is Powell tapping it in. And Dallas with the response.
Yeah, a little unlucky there for the Blast. It looks like Jamie Thomas made a good sliding tackle, and the ball just kind of popped right to Dallas for a little tap in there. Kind of unfortunate, but That's the indoor game right there.
Right, it is, isn't it? How about Dallas, though? They swarmed nicely, winning that ball back, and this is what started this up.
Yeah, they kind of had like a triple team on a reek on the boards there, and kind of have a counter, but right there you have a good defensive, but it unfortunately doesn't go your way there.
So it's 1-1 here, 8 minutes into this first quarter. MASLsoccer.com is your home for everything Major Arena Soccer League, all the latest news, leaderboards, highlights, and more. One of the first looks at Nestor Hernandez. He's been with Dallas for a while. He's in his 5th season. Mello loses out towards the center for Welly. It's not quite there. Dallas, it seems like, though, growing into this game a little bit as each second moves along.
Yeah, these back-to-back games are tough, right? So, especially when you're playing away, back-to-back. Blast have been home, so that second game, you got to get your legs on you. Those first couple shifts are important.
Especially an away weekend that isn't too close, going all the way from Dallas over here.
Sure, it's difficult to play.
Counting down on just about 7 minutes to go here at TU Arena in the first quarter. Well, he wins it back here. His first season with Baltimore. From Sao Paulo, Brazil, one of the youngest guys on the squad at 20 years old. Juan Pereira for Chad Porch. He's been great this season. Now Pacheco runs into some purple jersey, sliding down. It was Valadez who was trying to get it back. And Pacheco will have an opportunity in front of the Dallas bench. A free kick for the home side. 6:40 to go. Thompson on the near end. David Bolliott really working for it for Dallas. It's kept out here and nearly made a meal out of it. Baltimore still swarming on this one. O'Keefe finally gets to it. It's taken a safety for Dallas. Now Zierhofer has to do the same thing. It's wrong around Romero. That's Isai Romero. He's one of 3 for these Romero brothers on this team. And Chara trying to run it down and pops out of bounds with 5:58 to go. And with that, we'll take a quick break here at TU Arena. It's 1-1, Baltimore and Dallas.
Monopoly Scratch-Offs are back. Excitement's breaking out all over Maryland. People can't get enough. It's just too much fun. Top prizes are $1,000 to $2 million. Go directly to fun. Play new Monopoly Scratch-Offs at your Maryland lottery retailer.
As parents, we want to put our children on the right path, one that leads them to become intelligent, responsible, compassionate adults. That path begins with a Catholic education. Catholic schools inspire academic excellence with a balanced curriculum that integrates music, arts, world language, and Catholic faith, while challenging students in the areas of science, math, and technology. Help your child reach their full potential. Enroll in a Catholic school today.
While science has become better at treating people, we can't ever forget the importance of how we simply treat people. At MedStar Health, we get that when you need to see a doctor, you might need to see one today. Or if you need help on the weekend, you'll need an urgent care that's, open weekends. And if you need to stay home, then a video visit might be just what you need. The best of our minds, the best of our hearts. MedStar Health. It's how we treat people.
Back here in Towson, Maryland, the Blast and the Sidekicks both tied at 1. Christian Taylor and PJ Wakefield here with you. All right, so a little bit of this first quarter has dripped off. What have you seen? What's been good for both sides so far?
So far, I've seen the Blast have just been more the higher pace and more organized team. Dallas is trying to get back into it a little bit of rhythm. They got a little bounce to get that goal in, but right now for them, keeping a tie and keeping this game close is what they need if they want to win tonight.
Enrique's being troubled here by Quintana, and he gets fouled. And Enrique asking for more than just that. Quintana with the foul there. And here comes the Blast up the right side. Quick to react is Parker Lackland in his second season with Dallas. Played 4 seasons collegiately over at Memphis. Boots forward and play halted with 5:16 to go. The referee's going to redirect things here. Let's see who stands over this now for Baltimore. 5:16 to go. Pacheco's the one to set it down. He's got the lone goal so far for Baltimore. Melo comes in. Well worked! That is from the training ground, isn't it?
That's a really, really good set piece there.
Goal belonging to Baltimore. Their lead is now 2-1. Oh, Melo just continues to get it done. Here's one more look at this, PJ.
Yeah, it's kind of just a simple overload. Melo comes off the wall and kind of forces that defender in a 2v1 situation, a little rollback, and really good finish there.
Melo in his 9th season with Baltimore joined this team in 2014. He's approaching 170 career games with the Baltimore Blast. And it's just fascinating. It just seems every year he just gets stronger and stronger, doesn't he?
Well, he's your leader on the team, and they've missed him for the first couple games of the season. So, you know, they've done well without him. So with him on the field, they should just be even better here.
That's right. Remember, didn't play at all last season. But his previous 4 seasons, he had 4 straight years of 39 points or more. Taken back here for the Blast, now with a 2-1 lead. Tracking back is Felipe Silva in his 3rd season with Dallas. It's gonna land perfectly for Lovegrove as he has an opportunity on this one. Zierhofer traps it. And outlets quickly. Well, he's coming back on. And now they'll slow it down here. Almost 4 minutes to go here in the first. Quickly behind, Welly gets one. Connected to by Ospina. 3-1 Blast. Doors have opened all of a sudden. And Welly gets one here tonight.
Yeah, the Blast are just a little bit more organized here. Just getting in behind the defense, rolling balls behind, getting really good creative goals here. Yeah, Dallas is just not, you can see they're kind of, the back-to-back games are kind of wearing them a little bit here.
Certainly that free kick goal out of the immediate timeout for Baltimore, and now they get a very nice finish. Wellington Bramuse, he had 2 assists last night. Now he's got 5 goals on the season after that one. Pereira guarded by Quintana, who's got his arms on him, nearly into the danger zone. And did that go in? It did. Gorgeous by Fabian Cruz.
I was just about to say the Blast do not want to turn the ball over in their defensive end. If they want to win this game, they got to be clean back there, and they gave one away, and now we're back to 3-2.
Fabian Cruz, we mentioned, he's the 24-year-old from Fort Worth, Texas. And looks like Lovegrove is the man who is down for the moment. Here's another look at this, PJ.
Yeah, just stripped it off his foot, trying to clear the ball off the boards, and that ball definitely went right under the bar. That's a pretty good strike right there.
You saw the other side of the angle that you saw there, Lovegrove was already kind of down before that shot went off. He was about to go down, then realized that they were still in the attacking area, so he stepped up for a second. And once it went in, he was tended to. Now 3-2 now. Another response here from Dallas. So Baltimore, after only allowing 1 goal in all of last game, they've allowed 2 here in this first quarter against the Sidekicks. A foul going against Dallas. Diesel's back on for Baltimore. 2.5 to go in the first. They're gonna whistle things back to this left side. The captain in Pereira. Thompson beginning to show up here. That size of his is hard to look away from too. As Thompson tries sliding in. Looking to build out of the back here. Diesel senses the pressure of Powell, who has 1 goal here tonight. Out and away it goes. The man down is Pacheco after he let it fly. And he stays down.
Yeah, not enough there for me on that one. I think Pacheco was trying to just draw a little foul there on the turnover, but I think the referee saw through that one a little bit.
Lovegrove back out there. Good to see it. Watch out here. Zierhofer had to jump up for it. Snags it right in front of Valadez. Teos for Mello, who's back out there. Mello with 1 goal already, too. Less than 2 minutes to go. Overlap again. Here comes Pereiro. Excellent save by Lackland. Romero still working with it. How about Enrique taking it back? Makes it look so nonchalant, too.
Yeah, he was a really good addition for the Blast. Had a couple little injury there with that hamstring, kind of halted him a little bit, but he seems to be fully healthy again.
Bringing a veteran presence to this team. Enrique started with the Florida Tropics in 2020. Also played in MASL 2, the Iowa Demon Hawks. An MVP that season, 53 goals. The Porch is back on. Now here's Welly. Gathered by Guevara. Blast enjoying a good spell here. A green drop offers a better alternative than the outdated compression sleeves and socks. That one's a little too high. Truly providing long-lasting relief at an affordable price. Green Drop's recovery products are uniquely suited to help our athletes battle aching joints and muscles. Learn more or try it yourself by visiting greendropcompression.com. Zierhofer has to react. Final 30 seconds of this first quarter. Well, he has to retreat with 20. Sticking on him is Quintana. Cruz battling for it. And it goes way of Baltimore with 11 seconds to go. Baltimore will be looking to act quickly here. Towards the right side here, Pacheco with 7. Stepping in here with 5. Pacheco shoots. And coming out to deflect it nicely was Esai Romero. And that will conclude the opening quarter here at TU Arena. Baltimore 3, Dallas 2. Second quarter coming up next on MASL TV.
I chose to work in a Catholic school because it really helped develop me as a whole person.
What I love most about teaching in a Catholic school is the small class sizes and the ability to have that opportunity to bring God into the classroom every day.
there's such a great sense of community, and our students live out our PBIS motto, which is to be respectful, responsible, and kind because Christ matters.
Discover the benefits of a rewarding career in Catholic education. Apply today.
Every day, all across Maryland, we help employers keep their workers safe from accidents and injuries. We're Chesapeake Employers Insurance Company. At Chesapeake Employers, workers' compensation insurance and workplace safety have been our passion and our specialty for more than 100 years. We help protect Maryland workers because connect with your local agent or visit us online.
The story is changing. The words ever evolving. Bolder, braver. We are architects of opportunity, and what we're building is more than buildings. It's pride. College is capable of being more, and every day we're proving it.
At MedStar Health, we're doing everything we can to prepare for what if. Like, what if you need care right now? We have the region's largest network of urgent care centers. Or what if you think you're out of options? Patients continue to turn to us after losing hope elsewhere. Or what if you can't get to care? Our mobile care units bring care to our communities. Because treating people means being prepared to treat them when what if happens. MedStar Health. It's how we treat people.
Back here in Baltimore, it's the Blast leading the Sidekicks 3-2. Christian Taylor, PJ Wakefield here with you as a team swap sides. All right, 15 minutes down. What are you seeing?
I feel like the Blast have controlled the quarter, right? But you're only up by 1 goal. They've been moving faster, more organized. Dallas has scored off 2 kind of turnover-ish type goals off the Blast. Kind of where they want to be in a game back-to-back. Dallas is just hanging in there. I think they're okay with being down by 1 right now.
Well, in that first quarter, saw 7 fouls for Dallas, 3 shots, a couple of blocks, and 2 saves by Parker Lackland for Baltimore. 7 shots, 0 fouls, and 1 save for Mike Zierhofer. Baltimore, they're in the camo. It's Dallas in the purple. Dropped down perfectly off of the screen. And out of bounds it goes as Jamie Thomas gets back to his feet. Dallas will start with this. Let's see if Lovegrove's going to stand over this again. He will not. This will be Oscar Romero, 28-year-old. Here comes Cruz looking for another, and really hard into Mateo Silva. Chested down by Thomas. Here he comes. Open on the left side. What a save by Lackland. Had to sit on top of it there to deny Pereira. I mean, the dream angle that the Blast had there.
Yeah, good ball off the chest to a great pass into space, and Pereira just one-times it, and good save, though. Really good save.
Mello towards the center. Lackland's needed to make a few of them. Foul goes against Valadez, 33-year-old from Mesquite, Texas. It's a little over a minute gone here in quarter 2. 3-2 is Baltimore's lead. Another good Sunday crowd here at TU Arena. Zierhofer assessing. It's in a tight spot here. Porch trying to chase it down. Lackland pushed it away. Here comes O'Keefe, the speedy O'Keefe. Able to split in here, staying on his feet. In comes Romero. It saves Zierhofer. Whoa, he had to react there. O'Keefe's won it back here. He's had a good spell in these last few moments. Elliott's given away. Porch, oh, it rolled off of his foot there.
Yeah, Porch had a good opportunity. I know what he wanted to do. It just a little off the end of his foot there.
Porch tracks back. Chad Porch in his first season had a couple goals last night for Baltimore. Leads the team with the 10 goals. Enrique welcomes in the pressure. Here's the pass! And Diesel couldn't connect.
Kind of opening up here, end to end here now a little bit.
It has, and it's put up a couple more chances for both teams, hasn't it?
Yeah, each goalie's made at least one or two spectacular saves that keep each team in it.
Good idea here for Isai Romero. 13 games last season, had 3 goals, 3 assists. Blast possession here, Pacheco. Oh, he's feeling that pressure at that Dallas bench. And dragging down Romero potentially. And they call the foul on Pacheco, which I believe might be the first foul of the game for them. Didn't have any at all in that first quarter. Lovegrove keeps it low. Pacheco, eyes upfield here. He takes another. Back towards the center. Now he was certainly looking for a brace. Anthony Powell guarding Mateus. 11:15 left in the second. Forward it goes. The chance for Guevara. Has to turn his back here. Well, Baltimore are slightly probing, but then Dallas go and trap each time. Mateus will now try bringing up the speed on the right. Sliding in was Torquato as he pushes it behind. Thomas looking to get out of there. And is helped out with a foul.
That was a good shift, though, by the Mouse runner a little bit. At the end of the game, you don't see these on the stat sheet, but the legs wear down a little bit, and they're the type of shifts that help you do that.
Back toward the center here. Renato thumped very loudly for Romero. Romero, part of the FC Dallas U18 Academy. And he started his senior career. This one's booted deep by Lackland. Might as well, right?
Hey, he wants to get on the score sheet, you know what I mean?
Remember, Zierhofer had a hat trick last season, so. Yeah. Oscar Romero started his senior career over at Inter Playa del Carmen in 2016. Ended up going to North Texas SC, won USL League One championship. Zierhofer's been playing out here in this area for a bit. Part of Christos FC for a while. Been a Blast man for the last handful of years. Great pry free by Chara. And taken back by Dallas with less than 10 to go in the second. Catch MASL Monday every Monday night on MASL TV and on CBS Sports Golazo Network. Alex Baslovansky and Phil Levanko are joined each week by special guests from across the league to recap the weekend's game and discuss the league's hot topics. Quickly out at the Dallas bench. Three to the score here still. And all of a sudden, goal gaping for Lackland. Pacheco slows it down. See what the Blast try and maneuver here. As you mentioned, PJ, holding on to a little bit of this possession. Thomas. Tried the ricochet, didn't work. Finds himself out of a jam.
Yeah, the possession's a big part of this game. A lot of people don't recognize, but Back in the day, Milwaukee used to do that to us all the time. They'd keep you on for a minute, minute and a half, and then they would make their changes, get new guys on, and you'd be on the field running around. You'd be exhausted, and they would score goals on you. So Blast kind of doing that situation, too, in Dallas here where, you know, we don't see it here in the second, but the third and fourth quarter, it starts to catch up to you.
It's something to note as this game goes along, that's for sure. 8.5 left, quarter 2. Just hard to take your eyes off of it. Towards the center, Enrique. Oh, he thought he had his teammate Mateus. Thomas wins it back. He's very comfortably in the center as he'll look to swap off here. This is Pacheco again. He's been everywhere in this game so far. Zierhofer for Porch. Enrique, Porch again, up front! Beautifully worked!
It's just mastery on the ball right there. Just, I don't know if Dallas really made 2 or 3 passes there in the last 2 minutes, which Blast has kept control. 2-3 touches, up and down the field, good goal there. Another one for Pacheco. That's his second of the night.
It is. Start off the game with a goal, and now he's got one in the second. And with that, we'll take a quick breather. 4-2 the score, Baltimore.
I chose to work in a Catholic school because it really helped develop me as a whole person.
What I love most about teaching in a Catholic school is the small class sizes and the ability to have that opportunity to bring God into the classroom every day.
There's such a great sense of community, and our students live out our PBIS motto, which is to be respectful, responsible, and kind because Christ matters.
Discover the benefits of a rewarding career in Catholic education. Apply today.
Every day, all across Maryland, we help employers keep their workers safe from accidents and injuries. We're Chesapeake Employers Insurance Company. At Chesapeake Employers, workers' compensation insurance and workplace safety have been our passion and our specialty for more than 100 years. We help protect Maryland workers because connect with your local agent or visit us online.
Monopoly Scratch-Offs are back. Excitement's breaking out all over Maryland. People can't get enough. It's just too much fun. Top prizes are $1,000 to $2 million. Go directly to fun. Play new Monopoly Scratch-Offs at your Maryland lottery retailer.
GooseUpCoffee.com. It's just good coffee.
Back here in the second quarter, it's 4-2 Baltimore, and just before the break, another brilliant goal by Pacheco, and it was excellently worked. And you know, something that we even kind of mentioned to each other in the break, PJ, was just that was maybe one of the best goals we've seen so far today.
That was really, really good goal. I mean, just keeping the possession of the ball, making Dallas work, just running all over the field. Blast kind of playing like that futsal-style soccer. Sole with the foot, moving the ball quickly, advance the ball down, and get a good goal by Pacheco there.
See why this team has been so effective this season. And coached well. This team buys in, year out. It goes out towards the corner. It'll favor Baltimore. So, I mean, really, 3 of the 4 goals have been some tricky movement by Baltimore. I guess the lone non-tricky, if you will, was Pacheco's first goal of the game, where he just came on and shot and scored. But everything else, you're seeing some quick behind-the-back movement and quick passing.
Yeah, they're a little bit more faster than Dallas right now. Just everything's 2-3 touch, 1 touch, and just sole the foot, and they're just moving the ball so quick that Dallas can't really organize themselves.
Right. 4-2 the lead with 7.5 to go in the second. Christian Taylor, PJ Wakefield with you on MASL TV. Booted forward here off the glass. Lovegrove trying to come into this game just a little bit more. A 34-year-old from Crawley, England. Porch in on the back of Valadez. Dallas now trying to do a little bit of their own. Nestor Hernandez from Chicago brought down. Valadez looking to chase it. He got to it. Firing it from deep. Zierhofer sees it off the left side. Lovegrove tries to. Maybe a third attempt. Romero tries. Ricochet off at Thompson.
You know, for the first time in that game, Dallas actually had the advantage there by keeping the Blast pinned in their own area. That was good. That was good offensive movement by Dallas.
Certainly that first attempt, the closest of the three, just only gliding past Zierhofer beyond the far post. 6:20 left. 4-2 for the Blast. This is Pacheco. He's working on a hat trick right now. Floats just underneath Ozzy Adang. His 4th season. This is his 3rd game, by the way, of the year for the Blast. And hoisted up down the field. Teus out at Pacheco. Heads it into a good spot. And a turnaround shot and goal for David Balliet. Taking advantage of the loose ball. And he scores his 6th goal of the season.
It's one of these games where Dallas is hanging around. But unfortunately, it's just like we talked about, just another kind of a turnover by the Blast in their own defensive end there. It leads to a goal.
So that's now the 3rd of the game for Dallas. Same one from Powell, one from Cruz, and now one from Balliet. Shouts here. Referee pointing to that spot. And the crowd asking for something too.
That could have been a 2-minute penalty. I mean, it's a goal-scoring situation there.
Yep. So now instead it's set up at the top here. Pereira unable to get it through. Mateus couldn't turn around with it. Powell. Dallas maybe avoiding what could have been disaster. Instead have an opportunity themselves. This is O'Keefe. Thomas. And Anang trying to get through here. It's pushed away. Now it's Cruz. Again, he's got one of the goals for the Sidekicks with now 3 or 5 minutes to go here in the second. Balliet thumps one off the glass. Back towards Zierhofer. Toss forward. Thomas looking to make sure he can get something here. He slips. Enrique. Some of the veterans out there for Baltimore. But here's Welly. He can take something on. He makes it 5-3. Two for the game for Welly. Here it is.
Yeah, just simple type of in and out. Gets past his defender, makes a good shot on goal. Welly and Pacheco both left-footed, but Dallas is kind of respect them as their right-footers a little bit here. They kind of not overcompensating enough there for that.
And so Baltimore, just as quickly as Dallas make it 4-3, they push it up to 5-3, and a blue card shown. Goes against Moises Hernandez. And so power play coming up for Baltimore off the boarding penalty. Really good chance here for Baltimore to extend.
Yeah, good opportunity here to go up by 3 right near the half where Dallas was kind of in it within 1 goal. They go up by 3, possibly go by 4 if they score here. You know, Dallas could be sitting in the locker room almost ready to go home.
They have not seen a deficit go further than 2, Dallas. They'll need a big penalty kill. And shoots one into the seats, Welly, and he's a little frustrated with himself. I mean, this arguably is a pretty big moment in this game for Dallas.
Yeah, you don't want to say the game's over, but it's kind of a make or break, right? You don't want to go down 3 at half, you know, possibly go down more, but
right.
You know, this is a big. They've been within 1 or 2 goals the whole game. Going down 3 is a little bit tougher to climb back from.
Certainly from a Blast team that doesn't look like they can't stop scoring here early.
Yeah, the Blast, I mean, they're controlling the game, so it's going to be hard to come back from this.
Here's an opportunity up the left side. Shot on the way. Wow, Lackland has made a couple big ones this afternoon. Long heave. Dallas looking to do a little bit of something on the shorthand. Still about 1:15 to go in this power play for Baltimore. Power play unit, if you will, out there for the Blast. Welly for Pacheco. Both of those two working on hat tricks. Mello. Now about 45 seconds left in this penalty. Mello goes again towards the left side. Pacheco. Welly steps in again. Ooh, thumps one against Enrique.
Yeah, Dallas is in a diamond formation here, so you got to get the ball down low and make them react and then get the ball back in the middle. Easier for the Blast to score than keeping the ball up top.
Let's see what they're able to do here with the 34 seconds left in this. Off of the foul from Dallas. Less than 3 remaining in the second. Pacheco. Welly turns around with this one. He'll try again, 20 seconds. Dallas are almost there. And stolen back here just for a moment by Hernandez. Out of 10, if they can play their cards right, they see this one out. 2 seconds. And that's all, so their 5th man coming back on. Shot comes in again. Hernandez leapt out for it. And Dallas able to avoid what could be some significant danger in this game. Or Hernandez seemed like he's been running for a while, just lost some steam. Here comes Welly, a block. I need those fresh legs out there, Dallas. They've got it with Cruz. Zierhofer punches it away. Thumped again, and another goal for Balliet. And it's back within 1 for Dallas.
Dallas did a good job on the penalty kill, which could have stretched the game to 3, but you know, now we get a 5-on-5 goal, brings it right back to 1 again. So that was important for Dallas here with 1:47 to go.
Here's another look at this goal. A lot of different things happening. Ball could have bounced anyway, couldn't it? But Balliet capitalizing again off of a loose ball.
Yeah, just a good save and indoor goal. Ball off the boards, kind of puts the goalie on his heels and just a tap in for him. So good goal for Dallas.
Balliet with a brace in this game. He's up to 7 now this season. He works so hard just to get ready for this season, Balliet. This goes way of Dallas, and just need to make sure that, and Diesel and O'Keefe getting into it here. They want to make sure they get this calmed down early.
Diesel's not one you want to get in a pushing match with.
So the referee's going to chat about this for a second. Not too long after the recent goal by Dallas. And both players separate here. And still some words being exchanged. The referee's getting a hold of that. Obviously, he didn't want a situation that happened with Milwaukee the other day. So it's less than 90 seconds to go here in the second. Dallas with an opportunity to tie this up. Already more goals than they scored in all the last game against Harrisburg. They lost 7-3. It's a tight window to find that one, and Diesel fouling Powell. So we'll start up here on this right side for the Sidekicks. Towards the top here. Once again, just a tad away from that post. Felipe Silva missed it. One of the first times we've called his name here this afternoon. Less than a minute to go. Sliding out is Thomas. It wasn't too far away. Calling a foul against Baltimore and Thomas, I believe.
Yeah, it looked like he kind of grabbed his jersey, may have got his hand in his eye there, but I guess you get the benefit of the doubt in your own defensive end.
45 seconds. Is there any other twist in this first half? It's Towson. Jersey tugged for just a second. 88 against 88 here. Referee says play on. Could be a break for Baltimore. Thomas looking for this here. Tries to roll it forward, and enough of an intervention defensively for the Sidekicks. Down to 20. Lovegrove, 15, pops it forward, Balliet. He's looking for a hat trick here, and he hears the whistle. Thompson with the foul.
If I'm Dallas here, I'd call a timeout. You got 10 seconds to try to set up one last chance here, but we'll see how they can set up an overload.
Starts with Lovegrove, into the center. Balliet was the intended target. 5 seconds. Turned in, Balliet again, saves Zierhofer. Balliet thought he almost had it. And that is how the first half comes to a close.
That was very, very, he's just a step off from making this a 5-5 game and a half.
And the strong left hand of Mike Zierhofer keeps it as 5-4 for the Blast. Wow, incredible opening 30 minutes of this game as both teams will head to their respective locker rooms. Here at halftime, we'll take a break. The score is Baltimore Blast 5, Dallas Sidekicks 4 on MASL TV.
I just wanna be victorious. Doesn't matter what my story is. Even when the darkness shines, I'm not gonna lose this fight. I just wanna be victorious. Fire in the flames, it's glorious. Even when the darkness calls, I'm not gonna lose it all. I just wanna be victorious. Us, victorious.
While science has become better at treating people, we can't ever forget the importance of how we simply treat people. At MedStar Health, we get that when you need to see a doctor, you might need to see one today. Or if you need help on the weekend, you'll need an urgent care that's, open weekends. And if you need to stay home, then a video visit might be just what you need. The best of our minds, the best of our hearts. MedStar Health. It's how we treat people.
Every day, all across Maryland, we help employers keep their workers safe from accidents and injuries. We're Chesapeake Employers Insurance Company. At Chesapeake Employers, workers' compensation insurance and workplace safety have been our passion and our specialty for more than 100 years. We help protect Maryland workers because
End of every workday, someone's waiting for your safe return.
connect with your local agent or visit us online.
I chose to work in a Catholic school because it really helped develop me as a whole person.
What I love most about teaching in a Catholic school is the small class sizes and the ability to have that opportunity to bring God into the classroom every day.
There's such a great sense of community, and our students live out our PBIS motto, which is to be respectful, responsible, and kind because Christ matters.
Discover the benefits of a rewarding career in Catholic education. Apply today.
Shoot! He scores!
What's up, soccer fans? This is the MASL in 5. I'm Alex Bastiavansky. Great to see you again. I've only got 5 minutes to get you caught up on all that's gone down in the league over the past week, so let's go.
See if we can get this isolation of Sanchez one-on-one. Take it.
Sanchez got around
Yes.
Briscoe. Sanchez walking in. Sanchez.
Yes!
Oh, no! Oh, Alex Sanchez! His second of the night. We're tied at 6.
There were some serious fireworks when Tacoma faced Milwaukee last weekend. This game had everything. 11 seconds left here. Nick Pereira has a chance to win it. Augie Ray coming up with the massive stop. This one needed overtime.
Braham
Go,
taken
go,
away
go,
by
Bennings.
Max. 2-on-1 with Mario. Max trying to get through.
Oh.
Max coming in.
And again,
to Mario.
and again.
Oh! Super Mario from Max, and the Wave wins it 7-6.
So Milwaukee takes it in OT, but then things got nasty. A full-on brawl broke out afterwards, which at one point spilled onto the Milwaukee bench. Just when it seemed things were calming down, it continued in the tunnel towards the dressing rooms. This just went on and on and on. The league, as you can imagine, was not amused. It did a full investigation into the matter. Head to the league's official X account to read all about it and what the end result was. Several suspensions were handed out between both teams. By the way, these two squads will face off again back in Tacoma on February 8th. For more analysis on the situation, tune in to Under Review with Phil Levanco and Ryan Sigich. Some other big news for you. Frank Taillou is back. The superstar was reactivated by St. Louis this past week and will be back in the lineup. The Ambush originally had suspended Frank back on January 14th due to conduct detrimental to the team. Who was hot last week? A few guys. Tavoy Morgan was fantastic for San Diego. He had 6 points over 2 games, 4 goals and 2 assists. That included a hat trick against the Texas Outlaws. And of course, Marco Fabian seems to be make a weekly occurrence on this list. 5 points over 2 games, including that ridiculous assist right there against St. Louis. And Juan Pereira of the Baltimore Blast did all his damage in a single game against Texas. 5 points in the game, 4 goals, 1 assist in that big Blast win over the Outlaws. And just a reminder, the MASL All-Star Game is quickly approaching. February 12th in Utica, New York. All the league's best will be there on the blue turf. Can't wait. Players of the week now. Boris Pardo in goal from San Diego. Defensively, Robert Palmer from Empire. And on offense, Jorge Rios from Chihuahua. Let's start with Rios. Another great week. He had 6 points, 4 goals, 2 assists in 2 savage wins. The defender, Robert Palmer, picks up the award yet again. 2 goals in 2 games, and more importantly, as a defender, 3 blocks for the Strikers. And in goal, Boris Pardo just had a massive week, picking up some huge saves. He made 20 of them over 2 games while allowing just 7 goals. Time now for your plays of the week.
Almost a full line of all-stars here, Tom. We got 3 of them on the field. Oh,
Sanchez shows you why right there. Top shelf. Wave is on the board. They trail it 2-1.
Well done by Mo. SK still short-handed. Gets by De Leon. Oh, he scores! Oh, Will SK! Again!
Pass to Pereira, Alvarez, and Huffman double team and slips it through. Shot the goal.
what a ball from Pereira.
Still tons of time for the Comets. No need to panic. Tetsane scores! Why panic when you've got an absolute rocket on your toe?
Mishit that one. Interesting to me, though, that the Strikers
Fabian scissoring, makes Briggs slip, he shoots, it's in! Oh, Marco Fabian with a Lamy lurking right on the goal line. Oh, baby, what a play.
Graham, go finish. 2-on-1 with Mario. Max trying to get through. Max coming in. And again, to Mario. And again. Go! Super Mario from Max, and the Wave wins it 7-6.
And of course, you can stay up to date on everything that's going on in the MASL all throughout the season with great future stories, the latest news, statistics, by checking out the league's official social media outlets. Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you next week.
Indoor soccer fans, it's time to unleash a giant leap for fandom. Introducing MASL Indoor Soccer Fantasy Football. Build your dream team, invite your friends, and create your own draft league, all for free. Draft and trade players and win bragging rights as your team dominates the league. With MASLI Football, you're not just a fan, you're part of the action. Go to MASLI Football to sign up, get started, and play.
I just wanna be victorious. Doesn't matter what my story is. Even when the darkness shines, I'm not gonna lose this fight. I just wanna be victorious. Fire in the flames, it's glorious. Even when the darkness calls, I'm not gonna lose it all. I just wanna be victorious. Us, victorious.
As parents, we want to put our children on the right path, one that leads them to become intelligent, responsible, compassionate adults. That path begins with a Catholic education. Catholic schools inspire academic excellence with a balanced curriculum that integrates music, arts, world language, and Catholic faith, while challenging students in the areas of science, math, and technology. Help your child reach their full potential. Enroll in a Catholic school today.
At MedStar Health, we're doing everything we can to prepare for what if. Like, what if you need care right now? We have the region's largest network of urgent care centers. Or what if you think you're out of options? Patients continue to turn to us after losing hope elsewhere. Or what if you can't get to care? Our mobile care units bring care to our communities. Because treating people means being prepared to treat them when what if happens. MedStar Health. It's how we treat people.
The story is changing. The words ever evolving. Bolder, braver. We are architects of opportunity. And what we're building is more than buildings. It's pride. College is capable of being more. And every day, we're proving it.
Monopoly Scratch-Offs are back. Excitement's breaking out all over Maryland. People can't get enough. It's just too much fun. Top prizes are $1,000 to $2 million. Go directly to fun. Play new Monopoly Scratch-Offs at your Maryland lottery retailer.
Nearing the start of the second half, Baltimore Blast leading the Dallas Sidekicks 5-4. Christian Taylor and PJ Wakefield here with you on MASL TV. As we take a look at the highlights from the opening half, let's take a look here. It started with Pacheco doing his thing up the right-hand side, and that's how the goals got going here, PJ, for the afternoon.
Yeah, Pacheco started off with a good goal, 1-0, and then unfortunately the Blast, good defensive set there, but, deflection 1-1, and then a really good set piece here.
Brilliantly worked, wasn't it? Mello able to punch it in. That was his first goal of the game, and then another opportunity as well. He scored one of his two.
Yeah, the Blast, a lot of that sole-to-foot rollbacks, getting good shots off. Dallas again on the goal here, just a ton of that turnovers in the defensive end.
There was Bali, and he was able to punch one in. That was one of his two. And again, something that we saw through this entire first half, as that one was brilliantly worked, was no matter if Baltimore had extended, Dallas would always just have an answer, and it stayed within 1-2 goals this entire time.
Yeah, kind of just hanging around, being a little pest, you know what I mean? But, Blast had an opportunity there on the power play to go up by 3. Dallas defends it, comes down and gets a 5v5 goal and keeps it at 1.
And there was Bali. That was second of his group. So it's 5-4 at the break. What do you expect to see here out of both of these two teams in the second half?
The Blast will probably just keep doing the same thing they've been doing. They're controlling the game by keeping possession, extending the shifts. Just got to limit the amount of defensive goals they give up on the turnovers. Dallas, I think they just need to start pushing a little bit more, not in the third, but more in the fourth if they go down by more than 1. I think they're comfortable right now just staying down by 1 goal right now.
Kind of within striking distance, aren't they?
Yeah.
Well, folks, get the latest news on the MASL and your favorite teams by following MASL Soccer on Facebook and Instagram, and MASL Arena on Twitter. You can subscribe today to MASL TV on YouTube. You can find game rebroadcasts, MASL shows, highlights, and more. Okay. All right, it's first responders jerseys for the Baltimore Blast. They will be on auction, of course. Teams switch sides again, so Blast going from right to left here for the third quarter. Happier with us on MASL TV. Let's see what happens here. Blast again, the 1-goal lead. Dallas hanging around early. Dallas coming in off of a loss at Harrisburg yesterday. Baltimore the home win against St. Louis. So far, the goal scorers in this game, Pacheco has 2, Mello has 1, and Welly has 2. And then for Dallas, Powell has 1, Cruz has 1, and Balliet has 2. That one's skied high by Zierhofer.
I think the goalkeepers have 4 shots in this game.
I think you're right. Speaking of shots, this is how it looked in that second quarter. Dallas had 13, so they only had 3 shots in the entire first 15 minutes. Second 15, they had 13. 2 blocks defensively for them and 3 fouls. For Baltimore, same as the first, 7 shots. They forced 7 blocks and then 6 fouls after having none in the first. It's forced 4 saves as well for Mike Zierhofer. So overall, at the break, as that one belted in. At the break, start of this second half, Dallas leading in the shots, 16-14. Blocks favor of the Blast 7-4. Fouls are 10-6 for Dallas, and then saves are 6-5 for Dallas as well. Looking to take this one on as it is blocked as Dallas look to go the other way. And it's quickly stopped here in the center. On the defensive end, Porch goes across here for Thomas. And now Zierhofer looking to do a little bit of something up the right. Enrique, not quite there. Allows Hernandez to try and play with this a little bit as he takes the back flick. It's about a minute gone here in this third quarter. This is Parker Lackland. And a lot of good saves in this game already. A couple of them point blank for his Sidekicks team. Welly, low roller, allows Guevara to run onto this one as he topples over. And Felipe Silva not pleased with it, but it's his foul. Silva played 3 years with St. Louis before Dallas. He's played over 100 games in his career. 19 goals for him in his time in the MASL. Here's a quick turn here for Guevara. It looks like a hit off the post.
Yeah, good turn there. Just a little unlucky off the pole.
Baltimore has been the first scorer in each of these quarters so far. And Guevara called for the foul. Line changes for the Blast. So too Dallas as they look to go again. Biggest lead has been 2 for Baltimore. Just 1 power play so far in this game. Well done by Melo just to try and dispossess Cruz. And running in Guevara trying to get it. Well, he's gotten onto this one. He has been everywhere in this game. Getting a lot of minutes here. Fizzled over. Towards the center here. Zierhofer calling off everybody. It's his. Some directing of traffic here from the Blast bench. David Bascombe looking on as it's thrown towards the corner. Our side coach for Dallas is Terry Woodbury. He was able to take over last season as interim after being an assistant and is now the full-time head coach for Dallas this season. Couple players in tangle here. Sabalia being one of them, and Jamie Thomas. Do you sense anything different here in the second half so far?
Right now, it doesn't seem like either team's very organized at the moment. It's kind of just scrapping here and there, back and forth. But I guess it's just coming out of the halftime. Everyone's kind of amped up a little bit to get back on the field. Right. Once the game gets going, they'll start flowing back into it. But I think the next goal is definitely critical for either team right now. You could either be a tie or go back up by 2. So hopefully the game will settle in for the Blast if they can pick up that early goal.
Well, that is an interesting note, too, about just how it can start off kind of jumpy. You feel like that's how the game started in general, as that one was saved by Zierhofer. Or the start, you're seeing a few things just kind of pinged around. It wasn't really until that free kick goal for Baltimore where then play started to expand a little bit.
Yeah, sometimes you need something like that to settle you in a little bit. And, right now, starting to do a little better here. But once the Blast get settled in and organized again, they'll keep possession of the ball and start getting into that momentum again, hopefully get some goals.
Deep toss here. This is Lovegrove who hits it off the screen. Pacheco working on a hat trick. Brilliant couple of goals that he had in that first half. Right back into the Dallas bench. Guevara trying to stay on his feet here. He's sandwiched in between a couple of purple jerseys. There's Hernandez, who can't pry it free. Pacheco's got an opportunity here. Takes it and scores! He's got his hat trick! He came to play today.
He may be 3 for 3 on shots today.
Here it is again, BJ.
Yeah, just, a really good goal there. The Blast, make that run around, make the defender, he's got to adjust. So Pacheco puts it on his left foot, and he's lethal on his left foot, and another good goal.
Pacheco came into this game with just 6 goals on the season. Still a good tally, but 3 in this one after just 1 assist yesterday. 24-year-old doing his thing.
You give Silva, Silva, it's not going to show up on the stat sheet, but Silva makes that overlapping run. Yes. It creates that goal. So credit to him for making that run to open it up for Pacheco.
Indeed, Silva, who had 1 goal yesterday. Well, good performance so far. 6-4 for Baltimore. Lead is 2 again. And this has been a spot, again, where they've had it so many times here today, and each time Dallas has had some sort of a response. Thomas. And a few of those veterans back out there for Baltimore. Here's one of them, Enrique. Porch. Take it back. Porch, he started college over at High Point back in 2016 and continued on to Delaware in 2017. Had some goals in both places. And a foul called against O'Keefe. And as Jamie Thomas went down on the left flank. Oh, Welly dribbled over it again. Ricochets off Porch and just had enough momentum for Zierhofer. And Baltimore were nearly caught there.
Yeah, that was close, but you can get that sense that now that they got that goal, two-goal lead, they're starting to get organized again. The Blast are starting to retain possession here again. Kind of settling in a little bit. Might have another goalie shot here.
Indeed. Turn towards the corner. Well, again, it is Pacheco who starts off this quarter, starts off the half with a goal. He started off the game, and now the third quarter, he looks to get another. Enrique almost tried the back flick.
Yeah, Pacheco's been all over the offensive zone tonight for the Blast.
And I mean, he set the tone early. Literally seconds into him coming on, he opened up the game. So, you know, he's absolutely brimming with confidence right now. Well, he has to get back up here. And will hobble off. It's been another good game for him. He's got 2. Cruz. Not close there, but enough for Lovegrove maybe to think about it. Pacheco cuts it off. Back towards the center. It's the right idea, but not the correct execution. Leaves Pereira in a tiny bit of space before Dallas retreat. Some changes for Baltimore. Guevara, Pereira, taken towards Towson. Mello with a little bit of pace. It's tossed right back at Dallas. They're trying to get some numbers here. O'Keefe's got it again, asking for his teammate to come towards him. About 7:10 to go in the third. Intercepted Porch only for a second. O'Keefe had nowhere to go, but backwards. Porch steps out. Cruz keeping it. A bit quick action here between these two teams. And the Let's Go Blast chants coming here at TU Arena. To open space again. Hernandez. That's Felipe Silva. Now Dallas settling things down here. Lovegrove tries to pick up the speed all of a sudden. He's taken up a lot of positions here on this left side and fouled by Enrique. Okay, big free kick here for the Sidekicks. Look to go at this. Nobody else sitting waiting. Maybe the closest was Valadez. And here's a chance for Baltimore. They got numbers. Pereira looks to turn the corner. Beats Lackland. 3-goal lead for the Blast.
All just started off a midfield turnover from Dallas, led to almost a 4-1 break for Baltimore, and Pereira was able to just juke the goalkeeper out at the end there and just tap it in.
Brilliant again.
He had multiple options there, multiple.
He did. Brilliant again by the veteran, and we'll take a quick break with less than 6 minutes to go. 7-4 Baltimore Blast leading Dallas Sidekicks.
While science has become better at treating people, we can't ever forget the importance of how we simply treat people. At MedStar Health, we get that when you need to see a doctor, you might need to see one today. Or if you need help on the weekend, you'll need an urgent care that's, open weekends. And if you need to stay home, then a video visit might be just what you need. The best of our minds, the best of our hearts. MedStar Health. It's how we treat people.
Every day, all across Maryland, we help employers keep their workers safe from accidents and injuries. We're Chesapeake Employers Insurance Company. At Chesapeake Employers, workers' compensation insurance and workplace safety have been our passion and our specialty for more than 100 years. We help protect Maryland workers because connect with your local agent or visit us online.
The story is changing. The words ever evolving. Bolder, braver. We are architects of opportunity, and what we're building is more than buildings. It's pride. College is capable of being more, and every day we're proving it.
Back here in Baltimore, 7-4 Blast leading the Sidekicks. Christian Taylor, PJ Wakefield here with you. MASL standings, the Blast overall third spot with the 23 points. Two teams above them are tied at 26, San Diego Shockers and Chihuahua Savage. So really Baltimore, again, they don't play either of those teams here in the regular season, but they're making the most out of everything they've had so far.
Yeah, I mean, they're keeping themselves right up there in the standings. So, when it comes down to those 1, 2, 3, 4 teams that haven't seen each other in the regular season, I mean, they got to keep an eye on each other for not knowing what each other's tendencies are going to be.
Indeed. It is Dallas right now who are in 8th out of 12th with their 9 points. Harrisburg are right below them. So, that win yesterday for Harrisburg was important, at least trying to catch Dallas above them. And how about the leaping grab there for a moment? Lackland needed to make sure he had that one corralled. Savaliet is waiting for some sort of call there, and it wasn't granted. So now, PJ, Baltimore are at that spot where they've been looking to get to this game, the 3-goal lead. Now, how do you nurse this into a win?
you can, in this environment, the arena's small, right? So you can't just accept to sit on a 3-goal lead in here. You know, you get into the fourth quarter, teams start pulling that 6 attacker, a 3-goal lead shrinks in a matter of a minute. So you just got to keep your foot on the gas here and just continue piling in goals, and then hopefully just rely on your defense to keep yourself in the win.
Nothing yet allowed by this Blast defense in the third quarter. Maybe that was something that head coach David Bascom told his side, is he's probably pleased with the scoring, but they were leaking goals where they shouldn't have.
Yeah, he's got these guys playing really well. I mean, really only one loss during the year. They've won a couple tight games by just 1 goal. So they're familiar with playing in tight games and games with leads. So you try to experience that through the season, which gives you that experience.
This is Valadez. Last year played in 22, had 5 goals. He's already matched that. Remember, he's somebody who started as a forward as Zierhofer leaps back in front of that. Started as a forward, transitioned to a defender last year, but he likes to certainly add that pressure up top this season. Pereira, who has scored the most recent goal for Baltimore, trying to keep a step here. Thompson took a deflection. They'll settle it down again. 3:14 left. MASLsoccer.com is your home for everything Major Arena Soccer League. All the latest news, leaderboards, highlights, and more. As Lackland takes another one into his paws. Dallas searching for a response. Kerr's in some trouble, and Lovegrove goes down. It almost seemed like he hit the glass. It's a free kick on the left side for the Sidekicks. Had a couple of these chances in this game today. Pereira sliding out and didn't quite cost him. Gets back to his feet. Sidekicks looking for that opening. This is Balliet. He's been very good so far. As he goes down, another free kick for Dallas. David.
A little unfortunate there with the Blast had that triple team on him and unfortunately clipped his heels.
So now Balliet back in and stand not too far away from Zierhofer. This is Lovegrove. See what type of maneuvering he does. You know, Balliet, who just went down for that foul, you know, he was somebody who certainly hadn't been playing indoor for a while, and, you know, there was this opportunity to play with Dallas. He had said he had lost more weight than he has in a bit. He lost upwards of about 20 pounds just to be fit for this season. And he's already been ripping it up here in his first season with Dallas.
Yeah, this is a, you'll lose some weight in this game. I mean, it's up and down. It's basically ice hockey. It's 30 seconds on, 30 seconds off, you're back in. So if you're not in shape, you're going to be exposed in this game here.
I guess as compared to regular outdoor soccer where you're making longer runs, these are these short sprints, which can be hard to recover from, aren't they?
Yeah, the outdoor game, you got a little bit more of, it's a wide open area, so you can hide a little bit more, right, if you're tired. This indoor game, it's just up and down, up and down. So if you're not tracking your man, you get pulled out, you'll get picked up real quick.
Zierhofer got a fingertip to it after Moises Hernandez had a go. Well, he's just a little bit behind it. It's passed out towards the left side. Moises Hernandez turns Thomas. Hernandez tripped up by Thomas, and he can't believe it. And it's another restart on the left side for Dallas.
I thought he had a good tackle on it. It looked like he got all ball, and he just tripped over the ball a little bit.
Dallas looking to capitalize, and Thomas is the one to clear. And a few restarts now on that left side. On a minute 15 to go. The MASL All-Star Game is headed to Utica, New York on February 12th, 2025. Follow the MASL on social media for updates on tickets, rosters, and more. Always a fun time, that MASL All-Star Game. Less than a minute to go in the third. 7-4 Baltimore. They have both goals in this quarter, and Pacheco, who has a hat trick, trying to look for a fourth. Too wide. Maybe the first touch he's gotten wrong today.
Yeah, it might be his first missed shot.
Oh, it's stolen here. Porch with the opportunity. He wasn't going to miss. 8-4 Baltimore.
That one stings a little bit right there at the end of the quarter. Now it's a stretch of 4 goals. So really, really bad turnover there by the keeper. Blast take advantage of it. Spin this lead to 4.
All 3 goals in this quarter scored by Baltimore. And now Chad Porch, the team best, 11 goals on the season. And that is one of the last guys you want to leave it to as well.
He was really in almost a 2v1 situation there. Just a bad giveaway across the middle by the goalie, and Blast take advantage of that.
Parker Lackland, you see him slam his arms on the ground in frustration after that. I mean, he's had a very solid day, but certainly one that he'll want to get back.
I've been watching Lovegrove the last few minutes here. I don't think he's come off the field in the last 3-4 minutes, so I don't know if he's trying to do a little too much, but his legs, I've watched defensively, he's just not getting back now. He's kind of tiring himself out a little bit.
He's been trying so much here on this left side and trying to connect on one here, and that's a huge response for Dallas. Goal belongs to Isai Romero with 5 seconds to go here in the third.
Yeah, I think the Blast are going to kind of look back on that one, and they're going to be a little upset about giving up a goal with 5 seconds left in this third quarter after you just extended it to 4. So you're giving Dallas a little bit more life again going to start the fourth.
Started up that left side. Isai Romero with now his 6th goal of the season. And that'll conclude the third. And Lackland kicking the end boards in frustration. His team got one back for him, but the Sidekicks trail by 3 heading into the fourth quarter here at SECU Arena.
There's one thing I want you to do for me.
What?
Come here.
What?
Win. Win.
What are we waiting for? No one comes into our house and pushes us around.
Let me ask you something, Mr. Campbell.
Uh-huh.
What kind of power you got?
Oh, man, you know I got some soul power.
This could be the greatest night of our lives.
We shut them down because we can.
They don't know your heart.
On this team, we fight for that edge.
It ain't about how hard you hit. It's about how hard you can get hit and keep moving forward. How much you can take and keep moving forward.
All right. Let's go. Let's go.
Let's get ready to rumble.
Let's go.
back here in Baltimore. It's 8-5, Baltimore against Dallas, their lone meeting of the regular season. Glad to have you with us here on MASL TV. Now, so far in this game, you're seeing an excellent performance by Jesus Pacheco, who has 3 goals in this game. Welly's got 2, and then the rest of the goals have been spread out. For Dallas, it's been David Valiant who has a couple and trying to keep pace. This is Porch, who's now looking for another brace here today after having a few yesterday. Stats there in that third quarter saw Dallas with 5 shots, 4 blocks, 2 fouls, and 2 saves. For the Blast, 8 shots, 2 blocks, 7 fouls, 3 saves. So overall in this game, it is the Blast who lead in shots 22-21, blocks 9-8, fouls are level at 13, and saves are level at 8. As the team switch sides again for the fourth quarter. Christian Taylor, PJ Wakefield with you. So Baltimore now, their biggest lead's been 4, it's down to 3, but in a good spot here to where a few goals, now again, if the defense stays strong, a few goals could just about send them home happy.
Yeah, they have never trailed yet in this game, so always kept it to the minimum of 1, but almost extended the lead there. But they're in a good spot right here, up by 3. You know, they're going to force Dallas to come out and extend more energy and try to get back in this game by pressuring all over the field.
Forward for Pereira, looks over his shoulder on when to send this. Falls comfortably for Valiant in the end as he's kicked by Enrique. And quickly receives some words from the referee. And play will commence here. And Enrique with I beg your pardon, Pereira, just a quick mention here. And it's like the challenge flag is out there, so perhaps challenging the no card on that.
That's the only thing I guess they could challenge. I mean, it was a tackle. They called a foul, but maybe they're... I personally, when I thought I didn't think he got him that bad. I thought he kind of embellished a little bit. So I guess when you're down by 3, you need to maybe take a chance here and try to get a 2-minute penalty.
Yep, that's indeed what they are challenging here. Let's take another look at this. See if we get another angle on this. Now again, remember, there was no blue card shown after this hit, after this trip up by Enrique. Take another look here. I mean, there's definitely contact. It's just a matter of how much, right?
Yeah. I mean, just looking at him, I mean, he looks like he gets him a little bit, but he kind of jumps to embellish it a little bit more for me. I mean, usually if you hit him hard enough there, his right leg's going to swing under his left leg, which you see there, he kind of almost just steps on his foot a little bit. I don't think there's enough they're going to give 2 minutes.
Nope, sure enough, they keep it as what it was, which is no card, so that means the challenge is lost by Coach Terry Woodbury of Dallas. And I mean, I guess you're right too. This is a spot where you need a little bit of something, and maybe felt like that was the chance to at least have the power play.
Yeah, maybe try to get yourself back in here, but now you lost your challenge for the future of the game, but something to try to get yourself in the game.
That means Enrique does not pick up the blue. Just a little over 2 minutes gone in the fourth. Enrique has the ball stolen up the left side by Cruz. Again, he's got a goal in this game, and he couldn't flip it into O'Keefe. Quintana turns it to the right here. Torquato, nothing there, and recovered by Zierhofer. Torquato, who graduated from high school in Hawaii, originally hails from Brazil. Played collegiately with UC Irvine for about 3 seasons. He went to an NCAA tournament with those Anteaters. Ball will be brought back to just in front of that Blast bench. Mike Diesel back on to the field. It's grabbed by Lackland. I feel like something familiar that we're seeing at the start of each quarter is Again, it takes a little bit to get the organization in the end, but fairly similar where the teams are arguably just trying to feel each other out a little bit before the goals might start popping in.
Yeah, the Blast still doing a good job of really controlling all the quarters here. Dallas is just trying to almost still hang in here.
Which they were doing early. It was a 5-4 lead at halftime for the Blast. And they've only scored 1 goal so far in the second half, Dallas. Now, their last game, they were down 2-0 at half. They ended up getting as close as 3-2 in that third quarter. Lovegrove, Isai Romero, and Oscar Romero scored in that game. But Harrisburg Heat were just a little too much with that 7-3 win. Says, well, a little less action in the second half, but he's going to look for a hat trick anyways. And maybe Lackland got a fingertip to it. Just looking for that exclamation mark, the Blast. Glad you're with us here on MASL TV. Get the latest news on the MASL and your favorite teams by following MASL Soccer on Facebook and Instagram, and MASL Arena on Twitter. What's the avenue back into this game if you're Dallas?
You know, right now down by 3 with 10 to go. I'm thinking you got to start pressuring the ball all over the place, forcing the Blast to make mistakes. They really haven't been able to control the ball or get really good opportunities to score. So whatever you can do to make the Blast turn the ball over and get more opportunities on the ball to score, that's what they're going to have to try to do here.
And Mello able to pounce on it. Better believe the Blast will be very happy just to possess this ball for a bit. Here comes Thomas. Back to the top here for Mello. Some patience here by the offense. And Mateus Silva goes down. So Mello will take this free kick on the right side. Thompson quickly swoops in. Enrique looking to get a hold of this. Thompson too, he's got the ball at his feet here, just misses the turnaround. Just went right back to him there. Pereira trapped and fouled. Christian Quintana, the guilty party. Quintana, 34-year-old, played over 100 games in his career. It's almost all been with Dallas. For 3 games last season, he had played with Chihuahua, helped them win the Ron Newman Cup Championship. Otherwise, everything else has been with Dallas for him. Mateus Snow. He's back on the ball. In case you're just tuning in, Blast are in the camouflage, first responders jerseys. And the purple is Dallas. Big trap here in the corner. I don't know how he got out of that. And the whistle again. Take it into a position for the Sidekicks.
The Blast are still doing a good job. They're still that step ahead. Every time there's a loose ball, they're always first to it, which is creating more opportunities for them to score and keep possession. So Dallas kind of a little flat-footed right here. They need to maybe call a timeout here.
Indeed, timeout called by Dallas. So do you suppose as well with, again, the game yesterday was something that we talked about early in this game, how Baltimore was doing a good job of possessing the ball, maybe just to try and tire out Dallas. Do you feel like now you're seeing those tired legs that we had perhaps thought?
I think so. I mean, you're seeing the Blast get to the ball first, you know, like 1-2 steps ahead. They're getting the ball. So just when Dallas thinks they're going to have the ball back, Baltimore takes the ball back from them. So it's frustrating, right? Because you're exhausted. You're trying to win the ball, get off, get new guys on, and then you lose the ball and you got to sit on the field for another 30 seconds as you're tired. So that part of the game is starting to step in here. I don't know when Dallas is going to pull the 6th tackle here, but we have seen it where Baltimore played the 6 attacker down, or actually we're playing against it for like the whole fourth quarter, I believe. I forget what team it was, but they were down by 7. I've never seen that as long. I think they were playing 6 attacker longer than the actual half. Pretty wild.
Well, Dallas, they're down here 8-5. They're certainly going to need something to start going their way here very soon. We already mentioned their place in the table. What they do have next, they have a few days off before they're home on Thursday against Kansas City. That'll close off the month of January. Then they're home again against the very local rival, Texas Outlaws, on Sunday, February 2nd, and then a Monday game against Utica. That'll be at 8 o'clock for them. So that's what's next up for Dallas. And this is their basically East Coast trip for the season.
And I think the Blast have probably been looking at the schedule going into this game as well, because their next 5 are on the road. I don't think they have a home game all in February, and their next game is against Milwaukee, who their only loss came to this year on the road.
Exactly. Tough place to play there, the UW Milwaukee Panther Arena. Out at the bench. Almost 9 minutes to go here. Disagree with a call tonight? You might just see it on the MASL's most controversial show, Under Review, with Phil Levanco and MASL head referee Ryan Sigich. Catch it every Friday on YouTube. A little high for Pacheco. Again, you just have to look back at his game and marvel at the performance he's had here today. 3 goals and rarely got a touch wrong.
Yeah, he's really got the Blast going. In the beginning of the game, he scored the opening goal, and then right out of the half, he scored the goal to start the third quarter. So he's really got the Blast going in each of the halves.
Yep. Indeed. Started off all 3 quarters with his goal. That's hard to do.
Yes, it is.
No goals yet here in this fourth. Each second that ticks down only benefiting the Blast even more. Enrique's got it. Turn towards the center for Pereira. Asking for a handball here.
I think the Blast just got away with a 3-line pass there.
Yeah.
I think the referees missed that one.
So they're going to take
Actually,
this
I think
back.
they're going to call it. I think they are going to call it now.
Yeah. Good shout there. Well, Lovegrove standing on this. He was instrumental in getting Dallas their 5th goal on the game. A little less than 8:30 to go.
I don't think Dallas was prepared for that free kick. I mean, they had Hernandez standing behind midfield on a free kick, which really made it 5v4 for the Blast advantage there.
Right. And Pereira going down, holding his face to the challenge by Moises Hernandez. Moises Hernandez saying he didn't do anything here. Well, the referee's going to tend to him here. Good to see him get up. Take another look at this.
Looks like the ball's in the air. They're both kind of running together. Neither one of them really kind of sees each other until the last second there. Probably a good call for just a foul.
Yeah, there was no boot to head contact there. I think he might have just gotten hit briefly by his hip. It is still 8-5. By the way, it is a refereeing crew of Shane Butler as the crew chief, referee Elvis Osmanovich, assistant referee Andrew Kennedy, 4th official Stephen Foster, and PBO Paul Airy. Lovegrove with now less than 8. Valadez loses out for a moment, stays on this end. Nestor Hernandez. And he's been in this league for a while. Nestor Hernandez started at Dallas in 2014, but saw some other stints with the Las Vegas Legends, over to St. Louis, Ontario for 3 years. Empire Strikers in 22-23 before Dallas again. Welly quickly out of Zierhofer. And that ball goes out of play, and we will take a quick break. Last one here with 7:23 to go in the fourth. Blast leading by 3.
While science has become better at treating people, we can't ever forget the importance of how we simply treat people. At MedStar Health, we get that when you need to see a doctor, you might need to see one today. Or if you need help on the weekend, you'll need an urgent care that's, open weekends. And if you need to stay home, then a video visit might be just what you need. The best of our minds, the best of our hearts. MedStar Health. It's how we treat people.
Back here in Baltimore, 8-5. Baltimore Blast leading Dallas Sidekicks here on MASL TV. Glad you're with us. Christian Taylor, PJ Wakefield with you. Okay, so Blast looking to close in on what would be their 9th win of the season. And as PJ, you mentioned earlier, it's going to be a 5-game road trip for Baltimore in the entire month of February before they're not home again until March 2nd against Harrisburg. So trying to get all these home wins when they can, and looking to do so here on this final Sunday here.
Yeah, I'm sure they've penciled in that February 1st game, the little revenge game against Milwaukee, right? So
yes,
both of those games have been played in Milwaukee, so maybe get the split there. That would be good for them.
All right, so Dallas still have a little bit of time, but something's going to have to happen here soon. Mike Zierhofer right now putting together a really solid Zierhofer performance in goal.
Yeah, he's had a pretty good game. Really nothing that's Dallas has made him challenging to make great saves, but he's doing what he's supposed to do in there, right? Make the saves when he's counted on.
Kind of all you can ask for out of a goalie, right?
And he's even had a shot, so
right. Yes. Yes, he has.
I don't know if it went on goal, but it was a shot.
For his standards, maybe it's an off day since he has been able to score before. Jamie Lovegrove messing around there in the goal. Lingering behind Patrick Thompson. Here it comes off the free kick. Here comes Romero. Oh, it goes between the legs of Thomas. And swing and a miss by Valadez. Guevara, seen him a couple times in this game. Takes it out of some danger. Baltimore would certainly love to extend this to a 4-goal lead. Still no goals for either team here in the fourth. Less than 7 now. Lovegrove taken away by Thompson, lofted forward. The turnaround that Lovegrove has to retreat to. So he goes down. Advantage Dallas. Now Baltimore in this game are really just as that one's just missed by Hernandez from up top. And hang on a moment, Thomas, he's off to the races. He takes one. Saved by Lackland. Baltimore are just a 5.4 second as, well, Zierhofer makes the save. I don't even know if he knew that was coming in.
That would have probably sealed the game there. Dallas has that little tap in his post, and Blast scored right back down and almost scored 2 seconds later. So that would have really broke Dallas there.
Literally a 5.4 second left in the third quarter, goal away from having an immaculate second half defensively.
Yeah.
Thomas gets back to his feet. Just can't say enough about him. Had 1 goal yesterday, his 8th season here with the Blast. Working on 5 goals, 4 assists this year. He's always one of the hardest workers out there.
Three lines.
Take this back into the attacking area for Dallas. Almost 6 minutes to go. Let's look at the Baltimore Blast coaching staff there for a moment. Left-footed shot on the way into the gut of Zierhofer. Call off Mello to help him out here. Enrique, I thought he had a teammate behind him. Some miscommunication. Time winding down here in Towson, Maryland.
Dallas has probably got to start thinking 6 attacker here soon.
There's a quick turnaround, and Mello got a touch on it. Enrique going between the legs of Nestor Hernandez, who topples over. Well, let's see when Coach Woodbury gives his side the green light to go extra attacker. Powell, his goal seems so long ago. It was the first of the game for Dallas to tie it up at 1 early in the first. Less than 5 now. Catch MASL Monday, every Monday night on MASL TV, on YouTube and CBS Sports Galazzo Network. Alex Spasovansky and Phil Levanko are joined each week by special guests from across the league to recap the weekend's game and discuss the league's hot topics. Lackland looking to join in just a little bit here. Lovegrove, I think to what you were saying, PJ, is this one's tossed in. Shot for a handball, one-timer missed. Lovegrove trying again. But to what you were saying there at the end of the third, I really don't know if Lovegrove has even taken too many rests in this fourth quarter. Oh, Zierhofer almost dropped it, but he made the save in the end.
Yeah, he's been staying on a little bit longer than you normally would try to, so sometimes you try to do a little bit more than you would want to, but in the end, it kind of hurts you because you're a little bit too tired, exhausted, get up and down the field defensively.
Well, timeout here called by, I believe, by Dallas.
They're going to go 6 here on the timeout.
What do you think on the Blast sideline? What do you think the conversation is right now? You're up by 3 with 4 minutes to go.
With 4 minutes to go, I think Bascom's probably going to remind these guys, like, you got 4 minutes. When we win the ball, let's keep possession to continue making the clock run. You don't want to get the ball and keep dumping the ball and allow Dallas to keep coming at you. You know, when you get the ball, retain it, try to keep a little possession, force them to put the keeper back in the net, play 5v5 for a little while, run some time off the clock.
Let's see how Dallas go about this here. As we mentioned, they're trying to gain some ground here in the MASL, but still down in the bottom half. And this East Coast trip, losing yesterday to Harrisburg and currently losing by 3 here in Baltimore. Pacheco with a hat trick in this game. Well, he's got 2. Mello, Pereira, and Porch all have 1 as well.
Don't get it confused here, but field player Romero is replacing goalkeeper Romero.
Yes. I saw a quick look there at our awesome crew working this one here today. And they do such a good job every one of these games, don't they? There we go. There's another one. There we go. Hello. And the crowd still always enjoying their time here at SECU Arena. This home for the Blast. Last handful of years served as a good spot. And I'll tell you what, the Blast always have just a great turnout of fans every game, don't they?
I have a really good following here since the 80s. They moved out here to Towson. It's a little bit smaller arena, but they still have the crowd that loves and supports them. Multiple championships over the years, right. So everyone loves a little soccer. Indoor soccer's great.
It gives you a soccer outlet during the cold season, doesn't it?
Yeah, this past couple weeks have been cold, so
yes, they have.
This has been nice to be inside.
Like burn your face cold, that's how it's been. 3:45. Cy Romero slid out for it, and now Lackland takes it back to his own teammate. Moises Hernandez. Now Thompson, too far for Thomas. And Lackland's given the green light here. He races off, Powell comes on. So here's the extra attacker. Now Romero's gonna come on indeed with the pink jersey to fully be that swap. Three minutes left. Kind of the last look for Dallas to get something in this.
And with the smaller field, they can still be patient. They don't have to rush this where you would on a bigger field where you have less time to score. But on this smaller field, they can score 3 goals here in 2:45.
2-3 zone basically for Baltimore. That stumped off of Powell. It's Felipe Silva. Now here's Yair Romero. Haven't talked about him too much in this game. It's his second year with Dallas. Less than 2:30. Baltimore containing well. It's the substitute. Romero's down. That's Oscar Romero. Lovegrove towards the right side here. Time still ticking. Turn around and into the netting. And Lackland will be back out there, so they'll have to go back to 5v5.
The Blast doing a good job there, limiting the opportunities from inside the box. That's where you want the shots to come from outside. Trust your goalkeeper is going to make those saves for you.
Indeed. Enrique, believe it or not, no goals at all in this fourth quarter. And timeout with 2 minutes to go. And Dallas claiming this one here. Well, again, as we've mentioned a few times, what is coming up next for Baltimore? Officially, they're at Milwaukee on Saturday the 1st, followed by a Utica trip on February 7th. And then 3 games within the span of about a week. They go to Empire on the 16th, and then 2 games in 3 days, both at Tacoma to close off the month of February for their home again against Harrisburg at the start of March. But, from March 2nd through the rest of the month, they're only on the road 3 more times, and 2 of them are at Harrisburg.
Yeah, you kind of, in the part of your season where you got a 5-game stretch on the road, middle part of the season where, you hope to come out with at least 3 wins there and, keep moving on, and then you get home, you come home for 6 of your last 9 at home. So the Blast can get through a good stretch here with 3 wins on 5 on the road. They'll be in good shape.
Well, and you had mentioned, too, in one of our breaks, Kansas City is the last game of the season for Baltimore, which could eventually mean that, because Kansas City are 3 points shy of the Blast right now. If things kind of play out, that could end up being very playoff determining at the end of the season.
Yeah, depending on how the rest of the season goes,
right.
that could depend if you're a 2 seed, 3 seed, and who you get to play in the playoffs. So obviously you want to be the higher seed there. So that'll be a good last-minute game before you go to the playoffs.
Will be. And certainly some rematches coming against Milwaukee, too, for the Blast. Their lone loss of the season so far. Still a minute 45 left to go in this one, though. Sidekicks need something. They have the extra attacker again. That 2-3 zone worked very well last time round for the Blast. They're just not letting him penetrate at all here. Lovegrove again. And the official blows his whistle on the other side here. And replace this ball just inside midfield. The minute 20 left.
Yeah, Dallas has got to do a little bit better job. They got to get the ball down low on the boards, make the Blast turn their heads. They can play balls out and get opportunities to score. They're keeping the ball all at the top, so it's very easy for the Blast to defend it with 5 guys in front of it.
Baltimore Blast are almost there. Certainly have allowed more goals than they did yesterday, but the goals have been flying another 8-piece, at least on the offensive end. Pacheco takes a deflection out. It's Moises Hernandez who can't deal with it. Yair Romero is hit out, 46 seconds left. They'll pull the goalie again. Hernandez back to the right side, down to the final 30 seconds. Baltimore just about home and dry. Pereira looks over his shoulder, looks to get a touch, and a handball. And he was ready to break the other way.
His eyes got big seeing that goal. No goalie in there. Everybody wants to see that.
Lovegrove keeps the pace on. Foul Pereira with 23 seconds left.
The Blast done a really good job here. I'm not sure if Dallas has even recorded a shot on goal here with the 6th tacker, so they've done really good keeping the ball on the outside.
They've had this extra attacker for just about 3 minutes as Zierhofer puts perhaps the final nail in the coffin. Hoisted deep. Thomas looking to bring it down and heads it right back into the hands of Romero. Tosses it out with 7. Pereira looking down to the final 5 here. Baltimore Blast do it again. They sweep the weekend. 8-5 winners against Dallas here on Sunday. And no goals at all in that 4th quarter for either team, just how the Blast wanted it.
I mean, when you're up by 3 goals, you don't get any goals, it's a pretty easy win for you, right? So I think the Blast would be probably be a little disappointed they didn't get a goal, but when you're up by 3, you don't score a goal, and neither team scores a goal, you're fine with that.
Defense certainly locked down in the second half. Only allowed 1 goal, and it was with 5 seconds left in the 3rd. All right, let's take a look at the save of the game. And certainly really impressive. We saw a lot of good ones in this game today. Zierhofer was able to make a few. We saw Lackland make a couple as well. But when it comes to the Blast end of things, take a look here. This was Zierhofer point blank pushing it away.
Yeah, he just comes out and opens his body, makes himself big, and makes a really good save there. There was a couple saves by both keepers at one stretch. I think it was within 30 seconds. They made like 3 really good one-on-one point-blank saves, so really good save there.
Definitely worth another look there. Brilliant again for Zierhofer. As we pop to our next player of the game, and, you know, really impressive the entire way for the Baltimore Blast, but I think you have to look at Pacheco and what he was just able to do here in this game. A hat trick for him.
Yeah, he got everything started for the Blast, right? Started it open with 1-0, and then, you know, a little tap-in goal here, got his second goal, and then, you know, the little overlap where he goes on his left foot again and just places it right in the corner. I mean, he had a spectacular game, offensive, defense. He got a block there at the end of the game, so well-rounded game for Pacheco tonight.
Let's see what it means to him as well. And yeah, every one of his goals was to start off each quarter, so maybe that's why nobody scored in the 4th, because he wasn't there to put in the back of the net.
Yeah, man, I guess we'll have to blame him.
He finishes with 3. Really good game for him. Next home game for the Baltimore Blast is Sunday, March 2nd, 3 o'clock p.m. against Harrisburg Heat. Always a good rivalry game between those two teams. But as we mentioned, the next 5 games are on the road for the Blast, and we'll see what their record looks like coming into that one. But that will do it for us here on MASL TV. Shout out to our excellent crew working on this one here in TU Arena. For my partner, Baltimore legend, PJ Wakefield, I'm Christian Taylor saying so long. Final score, Baltimore Blast 8, Dallas Sidekicks 5. We'll see you next time, everybody. Enjoy the rest of your day.